Well, a few weeks ago I watched Predator Killer of Killers. Then I told Connor to watch it and he didn't for 2 weeks and then he watched it. So now we're talking about it 3 weeks after it came out. Connor, what'd you think of, what's the plot of Predator Killer of Killers?
Predator Killer of Killers is a story that's an anthology, sort of, but also kind of converges together. It's kind of like a...
The Avengers.
The Avengers.
The Avengers.
Sort of. I mean, it's like
the Justice League.
Basically, there's 3 mini versions of Prey, but with different scenarios. So Prey is a Native American woman. Has a Native American woman, and this has a Viking woman, a fighter pilot in World War II, and a ninja, and they each have their own confrontations with a predator.
Their own fight scene.
Their own fight scene. Basically, they have a really mini, reduced version of their own Prey. Context on character for 3 minutes, cut to 10-20 minute fight scene, and then they're captured by Predator. And then at the end, they're forced to fight to the death, but then they escape. And then it's set up for the next movie, and we get a stinger that shows that Prey lady, Native American lady from Prey is also there. And everybody is going to have to fight the Predators together. And of the Avengers of Time, the Warriors of Time and Space are coming together to fight the Predators.
Wow.
So Aiden, what did you think of Predator, Killer of Killers?
Well, it's not much of a movie. It's barely an anthology. Like anthologies usually are like 3 mini stories. Think like The French Connection, Trick or Treat. These aren't really stories, they're just fight scenes that conclude in one bigger fight scene.
Yep.
And it's good. It's good. It's incredibly well animated. They did a CGI thing, kind of like the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
But obviously on a much higher budgetary plane. The whole movie looks fucking incredible. It's well shot, or whatever the equivalent of shooting is for animated pictures. Virtual cinematography.
Yeah.
They're all good fight scenes. I mean, the Viking one, very exciting and cool. My favorite's the ninja and the samurai brother. That one maybe has the closest thing you could call a plot, and it's still not much. There's like a 1-sentence summary of like guy who left his family to become a ninja, reunites with his brother who's now a samurai, and they fight and the predator shows up and they team up and learn to love each other again or something. And the fighter pilot one is just some vehicle action, just a little bit of a mix-up. And they have a final confrontation where they all work together.
Yep.
It's cool. I mean, if you want to sit down and watch 90 minutes of really well animated fight scenes, here you go, man. Here you go. They put it there.
I think they should add CGI Arnold to the movie. I think that should be the big
CGI Carl Weathers.
They were locked down, and then Carl Weathers and
Danny Glover, Olivia Munn,
Shane Black
wasn't a character in that movie, but
Shane Black was a character in the original Predator.
Oh, he was. I forgot about that.
He was the director of Predators.
The autism one. They could get the autism kid back.
Yeah, they could get an alien. They could have an alien locked in there.
Yeah,
I think that would really. They could have Batman and Black Panther and like Spawn. Get some of the comic book crossovers in there.
And since Spawn's in there, you can get the Link from The Legend of Zelda from Soul Calibur 2.
Yeah. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles through Batman, of course.
Yep.
I feel like the Predators are getting outpaced. Just fucking Superman,
from
Spider-Man.
From Batman and the Ninja Turtles, you can also get you can hop over to Mortal Kombat and pull in Leatherface.
Oh
and
yeah,
Freddy.
Ash
got cut. He got cut from the roster.
Oh.
They announced him, and then New Line or whoever owns Evil Dead backed out.
Awkward.
Then Bruce Campbell got really ass hurt because he's like, I was so excited.
I would be ass hurt too if I was like announced to be in Mortal Kombat and then got cut. I'd be fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Over some rights issues?
No, I can't even blame him. That's yeah. I mean, there's not a lot to say really. It's
Star Killer was in Soul Calibur.
Oh, Yoda could be there.
Yoda.
Ezio from Assassin's Creed, or Altair, whichever assassin they put in Soul Calibur 5. I don't remember. It's 90 minutes of well-animated fight scenes. The Predator is very cool. They squeeze a surprising amount of variety out of the Predator for each segment of the anthology, and the wrap-up it's pretty cool. It's hard to say something about it that's not. It's cool because it doesn't have a story, besides setting up the next one, I guess. But it is cool. I can't deny it. So, Connor, what do you think of Predator, Killer of Killers?
Yeah, I really liked it. It was well animated. Like Aiden said, it was kind of a Clone Wars-esque thing where they did the 3D animation. It's not like Pixar tier. I'd say it's close to like that final season of Clone Wars, where like the first half of the season is obviously just like the TV stuff, and they're like, this connects directly into Revenge of the Sith, so now we're gonna make it like, obviously we spent 3 times more per episode and like added more frames and have better models and resolution and guest stars and blah blah blah. So it's kind of more like that. So it's higher quality than like the TV Clone Wars Bad Batch animation, but it's a similar vibe. Where it's not fucking. We're not watching a fucking Pixar movie or something that has a $200 million budget, but it's pretty well animated, kind of like anime stylistic, but also it just. It looks really good, and the keyframes for the fighting and animation are just really good, and it comes together to be entertaining. It's nice to also have kind of introductions to these characters. I'm assuming it's not going to be wholly necessary to watch this for Predator Badlands, but I'm assuming it's going to be something where they're all fighting together, and now Prey Lady has to navigate having these 3 new other companions through time, which I think is an interesting setup for Badlands. And I think it's nice to get little origins. Everybody gets kind of their own mini Prey to go along with our assuredly who's going to still be our lead. I think it's a fun concept. It's also a good way to kind of like, give a pretty in-depth like trailer and reel to kind of get people hyped for the main film. I know this is kind of like this is also something that I don't really see why streaming doesn't do this more. I feel like little tie-in animated movies for something like this seems like a good idea.
That's what the DCU is going to be doing, apparently.
The DCU is going to be doing it. I mean, you have it to an extent with like Creature Commandos, that's a TV show. It introduces a bunch of DCU characters early on and sets them up for potential live-action performances. I'm pretty much willing to bet my left nut will get an anthology like this for X-Men if something like this proves popular with like the fucking DCU and stuff, since realistically you're not going to be making that Iceman movie or like Angel movie or anything, but you could probably make an anthology. And I think this is good, It's also like sometimes I feel like the streaming route kind of like overdoes it and kills it. I think this feels very supplementary, but also very entertaining in its own right. It's like you can watch this on its own as a few vignettes set in the Predator universe where people of random, what if person from random time frame warrior guy fought a Predator, and what if this person from a different time frame fought a Predator.
It's also surprisingly not horribly bloated. Like every one of the MCU Disney Plus shows is like mandated to be 30 episodes, and like 29 of those are filler, and then the plot's all in the last episode.
Right, well that's the thing is like you got like Ironheart, which is a total filler show to establish Ironheart for whatever movie she's going to be in for 20 minutes.
Unless that movie's
And it's
been
like,
canceled.
so you got a 6-hour live action show to establish your character. And the business model not only proves to be bloated, but also proves to really water down the films. I don't think anyone's going to watch this and be like, oh, I have Predator fatigue going into Predator. I think like a good animated short, not only is it a different medium, there's less story to it, this is really just action. I think like probably the closest comparison I can actually think of is those, not the Clone Wars, but the original like 2004, 2005 Clone Wars that they used to hype up Revenge of the Sith, where it's like barely related. And it's just kind of an interesting footnote in an actual movie that someone paid a bunch of money for because why not? It's a cool piece of marketing, and also you can make some money off of it on the side. I think it's cool. I hope. It seems like DC's going to try to do stuff like that, and I'm sure Marvel will try to copy if this and that do well. And I kind of like the format. I like the format. I liked the characters. I find them interesting. I'm excited to see the World War II guy try to, like, expertly fly a Predator vessel while being chased by a bunch of angry Predators, and, like, Viking lady cutting people up. You got Prey lady hunting people, and people getting sliced up. I mean, it'll probably be... The new Predator sounds very fun, and this was a really cool piece of, like, pre-movie marketing. It's pretty brisk. It's like 80 minutes long, so you kind of just sit there and watch it real quick. There's not much thought you have to put into it, and I think for what it is, it's pretty enjoyable. So Aiden, would you recommend Predator, Killer of Killers?
Yeah. I mean, if you have Disney Plus, there's literally no reason not to. It is a Disney property, so if you're acquiring it illegally, you might get dinged. But I would seek it out, especially if you already have Disney Plus. It's just 90 minutes of very solid action, all killer, no filler.
I'm pretty sure it's on Hulu, isn't it?
Maybe. What did I watch it on with Grant? Yeah, I think it is on Hulu. Whatever.
It was on
I think you
Hulu
get
because
Hulu
I
for
watched
free
it,
anyway.
and I watched it.
Disney Plus or something.
I watched it using
Hulu's
my
just a part of Disney Plus now or something.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Hulu's weird because for some reason, like, the studios came together in an alliance to buy the Hulu idea as a way to fight Netflix, and so they could dump their live TV on it. So all the studios owned it, and then I think when Disney bought Fox, they went from like they ended up with like 55% of it, and then like part of it's owned by like NBC and Universal, and then two of them sold their stuff, and I think the Warner Brothers has nothing to do with Hulu.
Yeah, so now it's just like a weird other Disney Plus for like television and
Stuff that's
more
not for
mature
kids.
stuff.
But then they also put some mature stuff on there that's like Marvel or Star Wars based. So they kind of cut that rule away as far as I know.
It also used to be the go-to for dumping the bad Marvel shows, but now the bad Marvel shows are made for Disney Plus.
Yep.
Yeah, it's easy recommend for me. Connor, would you recommend Predator, Killer, or Killers?
Yeah, I'd definitely recommend it, especially if you want to see Predator Badlands. I mean, it's really just like fight scenes. You're not going to get a deep movie out of it, but I feel like it's something you could get drunk with your buddies and watch, or just throw on the side, or hang out and watch one day after work when you don't want to think at all. And it'll be a nice little setup and preview for the upcoming Predator Badlands movie that comes out in November. So Seems like a win-win to me.